to the people of India, reminding them that only Prime Minister Modi's government can be trusted with securing India's territorial integrity. He took you through a long list of examples where the Modi government has stood up to all sorts of pressures, retaliated, or taken actions that defended not only India's territorial integrity but also its national sovereignty and its decision-making autonomy. That only the NDA under Modi has ruled with spine. His words, viewers, very clearly articulated, standing up to those who have tried to impinge on India's territorial integrity. Amit Shah is perhaps not wrong when he characterizes the Prime Minister's response. The visuals that I'm going to show you, viewers, say it all. Rahul Gandhi's mentor, Sam Pitroda, swooning over Pakistan. A former Prime Minister allegedly leaning on a terrorist to strike peace with a jihadi. Two explosive disclosures on a day when Amit Shah is speaking out, describing what sets the Prime Minister's government apart from those that we've had in the past and those that want to inherit the country. All on a day, viewers, where these two massive disclosures have jolted the Congress. First, Sam Pitroda, Rahul Gandhi's closest aide, says he feels at home, if you please, viewers, in Pakistan. He said, and I quote, "Our foreign policy, according to me, must first focus on our neighborhood. Can we really substantially improve relationships with our neighbors? I've been to Pakistan and I must tell you, I feel at home. I've been to Bangladesh, I've been to Nepal and I feel at home. I don't feel like I'm in a foreign country," unquote. Listen in, viewers.
Our foreign policy, according to me, must first focus on our neighborhood. Can we really substantially improve relationship with our neighborhoods? They are all small. They all need help. They are all going through difficult times. And there is no need to fight. Of course, there is a problem of violence. Of course, there is a problem of terrorism and all that is there. But at the end of the day, in that neighborhood, there is common gene pool. I've been to Pakistan, and I must tell you, I felt at home. I've been to Bangladesh, I've been to Nepal, and I feel at home. I don't feel like I'm in foreign country. They look like me, they talk like me, they like my songs, they eat my food, okay? So I must learn to live with them in peace and harmony. That's my first priority.
He wants to live with Pakistan in peace and harmony. Pakistan doesn't want to live with Indians in peace and harmony. Pakistanis, don't forget, viewers, form their country because they believe they belong to a different gene pool. You heard the general, the delusional general, who a few days before the Pahalgam attacks was saying that Indians are made from a completely different physiological, biological cloth from Pakistanis, that they trace their ancestries to some other part. If Mr. Pitroda loves them so much, he loves Pakistan so much, maybe he should settle there. Viewers, the remarks immediately drew sharp reactions from the BJP that asked the only question that matters: can a patriot ever call Pakistan home? Viewers, the BJP held a large press conference where they attempted to suggest that Pitroda's remarks constitute an insult to our soldiers, 140 crore Indians, because this statement, according to them, is anti-national. And on the very same day, news breaks that a few days ago, jailed terrorist Yasin Malik, the prime butcher of Kashmiri Hindus, swore in an affidavit before the Delhi High Court that Dr. Manmohan Singh blessed secret talks with Hafiz Saeed, the Lashkar-e-Taiba chief, who masterminded terror against India. Yasin Malik says former IB Special Director VK Joshi met me in Delhi before my visit to Pakistan. I was asked to meet Hafiz Saeed to get him to support Manmohan Singh's peace initiatives. After meeting Hafiz Saeed in 2006, I personally briefed Manmohan Singh. He was grateful and very supportive that I had met with Saeed. And adding insult to injury, a few days ago, Pakistan cricketer Shahid Afridi hailed Rahul Gandhi as a man with positivity compared to Modi. They have a very nasty mindset, he said. Listen in.
गवर्नमेंट बार बार मैं कह रहा हूं जो हमेशा मजहब कार्ड खेलती है, मुस्लिम हिंदू कार्ड खेलती है अपने आप को पावर में लाने के लिए, ये बहुत ही गंदा किस्म का माइंडसेट है, गंदा किस्म का। ये उस वक्त तक रहेगा जब तक इनके बड़े यही हैं, ठीक है ना। इनके अच्छे हैं, जैसे राहुल गांधी की अगर मैं बात करूं, राहुल गांधी बहुत पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट वाला आदमी है। वो डायलॉग्स के जरिए वो हर एक के साथ चलना चाहता है दुनिया के साथ, लेकिन ये टोटली पाकिस्तान, आई मीन के कम ऑन यार, एक इजराइल काफी नहीं है कि तुम यहां पे इजराइल बनने की कोशिश कर रहे हो।
The question is clear tonight. While Modi's NDA is breaking Pakistan with its steely resolve, is Congress at home with Pakistan and jihad? Viewers, let's open this up. Amit Shah has set this debate up. He's made a very, very important intervention today. He sent a message out, and I'm going to go straight across to Nikhil Jain. Nikhil Jain, let's have this question out here. While the NDA shows spine, as Amit Shah says, and makes Pakistan feel ill at home, your party feels at home in Pakistan. Mr. Pitroda just betrayed every martyred soldier and victim of Pakistani terror attacks. These are his words. We feel at home. He says in Pakistan it's the same gene pool. And he says, no, hang on, let me finish. He said, we must substantially improve relations. Yes, there is terror and all of that. That can all, sort of wait. But we must. Why, my dear friend? On their terms, what is this special MOU that you have with Pakistan?
Now can I respond, Rahul? Now can I respond? First of all, it's quite interesting that this time around you're not talking about the supposed MOU of the Congress party with China, because Modi ji is now shaking hands with China. Adani is now entering into a deal with China's largest EV manufacturer, and you are talking about an MOU with Pakistan. Secondly, I think everybody on the panel would want better relations with all our neighbors. Nobody wants our neighbors to be inducting terrorists across the border, whether it's Pakistan, whether it's China. Nobody wants China or Pakistan to be going against our forces. And if anybody wants anything in that direction, I think that's a positive step. Secondly, this is a statement by Mr. Pitroda. This does not reflect the view of the Congress party as a whole, but I don't disagree with the statement for the simple reason that we are at war with the establishment of Pakistan, with the army of Pakistan, with the politicians of Pakistan, not with the people of Pakistan, and that is a position BJP and Congress have maintained alike. And so far as the question of a gene pool is concerned, anthropologically speaking, North Indians and Pakistanis do have a very similar gene pool. There's nothing wrong in that. What he's saying is that the people of Pakistan don't have a problem with the people of India, and the people of India don't have a problem with the people of Pakistan. And I think that's a perfectly kosher statement to me.
He says it's a perfectly cogent statement because we have a problem with the Pakistani state. Viewers, then why was Manmohan Singh having a dialogue with Hafiz Saeed, the prime suspect of the 26/11 attacks, bringing him to help honor the peace? Instead of blowing up his headquarters, you were begging a terrorist through the office of a terrorist. So that, viewers, the Congress could impose a peace. They were begging. They were begging a terrorist. And this has been said by another terrorist, Yasin Malik. He's deposed on oath in the High Court. And I'll just fire that graphic for you, viewers. He said, I was sent.
Rahul, can I please respond to that?
No, one second. I'm not asking you to respond. I never asked you to respond, Mr. Nikhil Jain. Calm down. I'm making a case and I'm making a statement here. Viewers,
but you'll have to let somebody make
why is it that the Congress party was legitimizing, normalizing terror by giving Hafiz Saeed diplomatic equity? Can you believe it, viewers? Can you believe it? This is what is happening behind the scenes. That's why the Congress could not bring itself to react after 26/11. Sanju Verma, what do you make of this response from Mr. Jain? He's saying that, look, hang on, common gene pool and all of that, fine, but who doesn't want peace? And Pitroda doesn't represent the Congress. Of course, Rahul Gandhi hasn't come out and said that. And some members of the Congress have today underlined what Pitroda has said. But Sanju Verma, he says, you also have gone and spoken with the Shis of the world and this, that, the other. So what's the big deal?
Yeah, Rahul Gandhi, is Albert Einstein. Rahul Shivshankar is, Newton. Anand Ranganathan is Elvis Presley. Sanju Verma is Lady Gaga, so on and so forth. But unfortunately or fortunately, that's not the truth. The hard fact is that Sam Pitroda is the head of Indian Overseas Congress. He's not just another darbari or a lackey. So what he says does have import. It does carry weight. That's point number one. And Sam Pitroda is a repeat habitual offender, Rahul, because remember, prior to the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, when asked about the Sikh genocide of 1984, this man shamelessly said, "Hua to hua." Sam Pitroda is the same gentleman who, ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha election, said, "I support and recommend inheritance tax for Indians," which would have taken us back to the days of Indira Gandhi, when the effective tax rate worked out to 97.5%. And again, when caught, Sam Pitroda said, "Oh, hua to hua," and the Congress party distanced itself from Sam Pitroda. And once the Lok Sabha elections were over, lo and behold, Sam Pitroda got back his job. But the moot point is this: Hafiz Saeed ji, Osama bin Laden ji, Masood Azhar ji, Mukhtar Ansari ji, Atiq Ahmed ji, Hassan Nasrallah ji, Yahwa Sinwar ji, Burhan Wani ji, Sayyid Salahuddin ji, Riaz Naiku ji, Dawood Ibrahim ji. Who is the, leader? Which is the party which has this habit, which has this fetish for adding the suffix G to known terrorists? It is the Congress party. And Rahul, you and me have done a zillion debates. Mr. Ranganathan has been there. I've not forgotten the 2008, Batla House encounter, after which Sonia Gandhi shed copious tears, not for the martyr M.L. Sharma, but for the perpetrators of the attack, the Indian Mujahideen. And let's not forget that Priyanka Vadra never has one single nice thing to say about, the scores of Hindus who were butchered in Bangladesh. But you see her flaunting that nice bag, trying to gain some sympathy and empathy for Hamas. And let me tell you one more thing very quickly. Which is the party which fought the 2018 assembly elections in Karnataka with the PFI affiliate SDPI? The Congress party. Which is the leader who took the support of Jamaat-e-Islami to fight the Wayanad elections? Rahul Gandhi's dear sister Priyanka Vadra. तो जब हम कहते हैं कांग्रेस का हाथ आतंक के साथ, it is not a jumla or a rhetoric.
Well, I mean, look at what Yasin Malik. Can you believe it, viewers? Yasin Malik says that he was sent by the IB director, deputy director, to interlocute with Hafiz Saeed, the man whose hands are running red with Indian blood, who says, I do not recognize Indians. Why was Pakistan created, viewers? Because they thought that they were a completely different species from all of us. And this party, the Congress, feels at home in Pakistan. Let me just bring in Dr. Anand Ranganathan. Can Congress be trusted to secure India's territorial integrity? Dr. Ranganathan, let me ask you, what with the revelations around Pitroda and Dr. Manmohan Singh?
Look, the fact of the matter is, Rahul, that the Congress's idea of foreign policy, as I keep saying, is policy dictated by foreigners. Now, majorly, obviously, those foreigners have been the Chinese, and I don't need to speak on this in detail because Dr. Ambedkar, one of the reasons why he resigned from the cabinet was because he felt that the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was basically speaking and acting in the interests of China and not India. And history has shown that to be true. I don't need to go into Aksai Chin. I don't need to go into a lot of historical examples concerning China. except the fact that the contemporary example exists where the UPA Foreign Secretary, Mr. Saran, is on record saying that we gave 600 square kilometers of eastern Ladakh to China under the UPA. So let's not talk about Congress guarding our territorial integrity, but coming to Pakistan, and I think that's very important, because while it may be true that our LOC remains the same from the time that it was constructed or demarcated, the fact of the matter is we've given away not just water, not just in terms of measuring, if at all one could measure it, the psychology of dealing with a terror station. We've given away almost everything that we could give during peacetime and war times. I'm not going to talk about the 94,000 prisoners of war after the 1971 victory. I'm not going to talk about a lot of other issues. Just 3 issues would suffice. The fact of the matter is that we signed the 1960 Indus Water Treaty. Now, it was diabolical to sign it. We gave away something that we should never have given away, almost 80% of the control of the waters. And now, 60 years later, when the Indus Water Treaty has been put in abeyance, it is the Congress that is protesting. I don't need to talk about any other issue except the fact that if you look at the Sharm el-Sheikh agreement, the fact remains that on Pakistan's insistence, we put in the clause regarding Baluchistan. The third issue that I want to talk about out here is quite simply the fact that we refuse to call out Pakistan's nuclear bluff. Not once, but on multiple occasions, and very infamously rather, when our air chief pleaded with the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh to let him bomb the terror hideouts in Pakistan in the wake of the deadliest terror attack on Indian soil 26/11, he refused to do so. He refused to give permission. And not just that, after 26/11, we continued to play with Pakistan. Right now, ironically, it is the Congress that is saying let's not play anything with Pakistan, any sports. But leave aside the sports. We continued to have Pakistan as the most favored nation. We continue to trade with it.
Can you believe it?
So please, let us not talk about Congress and Congress guarding our territorial or any other integrity.
Let me just bring in Mr. Gawande.
Congress's idea of foreign policy is...
Yeah, I mean, you've already said that. Just 1 second, just 1 second. Let me just quickly bring in Mr. Gawande. Mr. Gawande, I have to ask you, should the Manmohan Singh UPA government have sent an emissary to Hafiz Saeed, that to a terrorist, begging him for peace? Simple question to you, yes or no?
Rahul, national security is not a matter for national television. We have
I'm asking you a question. Do you believe... No, hang on. Are you a human being or are you some automaton? I'm asking you a question. Do you think it is right to send a terrorist to meet another terrorist in a country that is sworn to bleed you through 1,000 cuts? Simple question. Yes or no?
Rahul, this is not a decision that is taken lightly, and it's not a decision I'm privy to. If you ask me, I will say that's not a good idea.
It's not a good idea.
Governance is about...
Mr. Gawande is 25, 27 years old. How old are you, Mr. Gawande?
29.
29. So obviously you were not privy to all of this, but let me tell you, people who were. The people who were privy, viewers, were individuals who at that time were deciding India's national security doctrine. So let me ask you another question, Mr. Gawande. General knowledge question. Speak from the heart, like a Gen Z speaks from his heart or her heart. So let me ask you, simple question, very, very simple. Should, sir, any country sit tight when an attack the size of 26/11 happens? Should they turn the other cheek? Should they say that no, this is the time for dialogue, not to take retaliatory action? Yes or no?
Rahul, as someone who comes from Mumbai, 26/11 remains one of the darkest memories for our city.
I was reporting it, sir.
By the government,
I was reporting it on the ground and I saw things that made my blood boil. made every
And it made-
Indian citizen's blood boil. I wrote a book on it, viewers. And let me tell you this. India was wanting revenge. And what did we get, viewers? We got platitudes. We got Sharm el-Sheikh that Dr. Ranganathan is referring to. This, viewers, sums up the response. Therefore, Amit Shah says, we brought spine to our dealings
Can I
with
quickly
other
come in?
countries. Yeah,
No,
very
Rahul,
quickly.
if I may
Okay.
interject
Yeah,
here
okay.
for 1 second.
Interject,
The BJP
and I'll get
cannot- the
Sanju Verma to
BJP
rebut.
cannot.
Yes. Interject,
No,
sir.
but the
Thank you.
BJP cannot. No, let me make
Rahul,
one
I
point
just
here. The
can I just
BJP
come in,
cannot,
please?
on one hand.
Mr. Gawande, you had your time. You did not make any coherent
I
point. Let me
hardly
finish,
had
then
my
you can
time,
rebut
Ms.
whatever
Verma.
you
I
want
think
to
you've
say.
spoken
Mr.
a lot
Gawande, you
more
answered
than
two
I have.
questions in the negative.
Yeah, thank you.
Clearly,
Yes.
distancing yourself from the UPA foreign policy choices.
Not at all, Rahul. Governance is
Rahul,
about
now
continuity.
I need to make my
Okay,
point.
so
to ask, how can
governance,
the
so
same
viewers, this is the
BJP
difference.
how can
Congress
the same
says
BJP
governance
that
is
took
about
credit
sending
for
a
Tahammud
terrorist
Rana's
who you
extradition?
don't
I
trust,
need to
a
come
terrorist
in.
who wants to
That the
split
BJP
Kashmir,
failed
to
on
meet a
national
person.
policy and
Okay, one
national
second, Mr.
security.
Gawande, by your logic, this is governance. You should send a terrorist. You should send a terrorist who wants to split Kashmir from India to meet an individual who is funding those people who wants to split Kashmir from India. Viewers, does it make sense?
Rahul?
Yes.
Rahul, can I now respond?
One
Rahul,
second.
now I
Sanju
don't want
Verma.
to be heckled because when
Sanju
the
Verma,
others
yes,
were talking, I was quiet.
quickly. These are matters of state,
My
they
quick-
say. Sanju Verma, matters of state. You
Rahul,
don't
my
get them.
Rahul, please, let me finish. My quick submission is only this. After the horrifying 26/11 Mumbai terror attack, the then Indian Air Force Chief, Fali Homi Major,
Yeah.
is on record saying he and his team wanted to take action against the perpetrators, Lashkar-e-Toiba, but the proxy government led by Sonia Gandhi refused to give permission. And very quickly in 10 seconds, 26/11. Jaipur bombing, Ahmedabad bombing, Varanasi bombing, Delhi bombing, German bakery blast, Chinnaswamy Stadium blast, Kalyan bombing, Rudraprayag
Zero-
bombing. All these
zero
bombings
retaliation.
happened under Congress.
Zero retaliation. In fact, Amit Shah recounted each one of those blasts, viewers. And let me tell you, forget about the then Air Chief. Let me tell you that the National Security Advisor wrote a book in which he said our hands were stilled. And later, maybe perhaps because perhaps he was told that he needs to walk back on what he said. He said, well, you know, in hindsight, I think maybe we did the right thing for not doing anything. Can you believe it, viewers?
Called 26/11 RSS ki sazish.
No wonder, viewers, no wonder, one second, no wonder the Congress feels at home in Pakistan because people love them there. Just like Afridi said, we love Rahul Gandhi. We don't like Modi. Modi should go. That's why, viewers, Mr. Iyer was there asking for the Pakistanis to get rid of Modi. I'll leave it at this, viewers. I'll let you ponder.
Presented by. This is News 18 Network. India's largest news network.
Speaking with us here. The iPhone 17 has made a splash here in India. Mumbai witnessed chaotic scenes earlier today as a scuffle broke out outside the Apple store at Balakura complex. Even as we saw the iPhone 17 series hit the shelves in India, large crowds had gathered outside every store, not just in Mumbai, here in the national capital as well. Some people lining up since midnight or in the wee hours of the morning to get their hands on the new device. That led to a rush situation, at least in Mumbai. Amid that heavy footfall, a minor altercation erupted among a few people. It prompted immediate